Welcome back to Next Level Rides. In today's episode, we bring you an M2 Competition. So stay tuned and let's see how it stacks up. So today we're here with my buddy Travis. Travis, what did you bring us?
I brought my 2021 M2 Competition in Hockenheim silver with the world's best theft deterrent.
What the f? Okay, I know what you mean by theft deterrent. So for the not millennials, the Gen Z, please explain to them.
Well, it has a manual transmission.
Oh, best theft deterrent. Okay, so Travis, obviously the vehicle is not stock. What have you done to it?
So we, as you've seen in earlier videos, did a JB4. It's on their stage 2 tune when I have E in there. It's got the CTS Intakes, CTS Downpipe, and it's got an M-Performabce exhaust.
Sweet. Yeah, being titanium, it definitely has a different exhaust note to it for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, this is not one of those like built with the dad. If anything, I think he'd be, anyway. It looks a little bit low, and obviously you've done a little bit to the suspension. What have you done to the suspension and to increase the handling? Yeah,
so it's got H&R Lowering Springs, but the stock shocks for now, because it's pretty brand new.
Yep.
The wheels are Richland forged RF GT4s with specific offset on the rear for the M2C.
Nice.
And then it's got wider tires, recently upgraded due to spinning in second gear from the increased horsepower.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So 295/30s in the rear and 265/30s in the front.
Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty wide. Yeah, I know fitting wheels on an M2 or a F22, it's a pain in the so
yes,
kudos. Okay, so for cosmetics, it looks like you have a few things done. Did you want to just go over what you have? Because I can see the coloring on the front, which stands out quite nice.
Yeah, just a couple of simple things. So yeah, before I got it PPF'd, I got the BMW colors put into those inserts, those 3 inserts that are there for, I don't know, to put those colors apparently.
Yeah.
And then on the corners, I put in the reflector deletes in the painted color match, which a lot of people do.
Nice.
And the M-Performabce wing on the spoiler on the back.
Pretty subtle. It doesn't need a whole lot either. All right, time of the hour. Let's drive it. Oh, the clutch is so light. I don't understand how the clutch can be lighter than my CR-V.
Ah.
That's just weird.
Yeah, so M1 I have set up so it's loud mode plus just normal steering because I don't need that artificial.
Oh, does it open the exhaust?
Yeah. Yeah,
oh,
it's loud mode, yeah.
Oh, really?
Normal steering, comfort steering because I don't need the artificial heavy steering. No. And then I have, and then it's an MDM traction, so it will let you go out sideways a little bit, but not wrap your car around.
Okay, good. I'm so paranoid. That 1-2 shift?
Oh yeah, but it's fine in this car.
Good.
For now.
But now that you know that it's a problem, I'm sure you baby second gear.
Yeah, I don't jam second ever.
Yeah, don't bang second gear.
No.
So I guess I should explain for the people watching. On these, they have a clutch delay valve, and in BMW's infinite wisdom, they decided to put it on the transmission and make it way worse. So you end up shifting really quick, 1 to 2, and you end up ripping the synchro. So either get rid of it or just shift slower.
Which I ended up doing in my 235.
What, ripping a synchro?
Well, we're pretty sure that that's what happened, yeah.
I think of all cars, I'm more nervous to drive this one just because it's
new.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is it auto revving for me?
Yes, it's got auto rev match. Didn't mention that. So in the
Well,
M2
then.
in the M2 competition, it's auto rev match. You can't turn it off unless you completely turn all traction control off.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, it's going to make me sound like a
Yeah, I know.
fantastic driver.
I know. I was driving it with a friend one time, and he's like, "You are good at rev matching." I'm like, "Thank you."
Yeah, thanks. Man, the intakes, like, they seem really loud for as little as we've been driving already.
Yeah. Well,
Just that slight acceleration.
Yeah.
You hear it.
if you push it in second, which I'm sure you will, you'll really hear it.
Yeah. Over the M2 that I drove, Pete's M2,
Yeah.
you can definitely tell the tires are wider and the proper size. Like, it's, how do I even explain it? It's almost kind of like it has its claws out and dug in.
Oh yeah.
It seems to be the S65, no, not 65, S55.
In this car, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the S55 is kind of I don't know. People either love them or hate them, but I guess the only real Achilles heel is that I don't know why BMW would think it'd be okay to put a 2-part tension fit crank hub. Yeah, that's the best way to explain it.
Yes.
So, I think you were mentioning earlier that you put the bolt capture onto it.
Yeah, which you can get away with unless you go above stage 2. Well, I don't know. There's lots of debate out there in the forums. It's not as big of a concern, I guess, on the manual apparently to do a full crank hub replacement.
Yeah, I think it was more of an issue with the DCT just because they shift so fast. And it puts that strain right on the, I guess, crank hub or maybe the chain or something. So what made you buy an M2 Competition over, say, an M3 or an M4?
Yeah, that's an easy one. So I had an M235, but so, you know, this was a logical upgrade because for me the M2 wasn't enough of an upgrade. But the M3,
Yeah.
M4 is just too large of a car for my purposes. I don't need four-door. I don't need really large back seats. And as many people would say, this is kind of the successor to a E46 in size and dimensions. So
To like the M3?
to the E46 M3. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, that makes sense.
The M3 M4 nowadays is way too big. Well, having said that, the new G87 M2 is the same size now. So
We're not going to talk about that one. That one's the bastard child. That's definitely the redhead stepchild of the bunch. Yeah, and realistically, I guess the M4 just kind of looks like a stretched version of the M2.
yeah, it does. Yeah, you don't get it. Doesn't the rear haunches don't look as wide.
Yeah. I am never. How do I say this? How do I say this? I can already tell, just lightly going through corners, that there's going to be a lack of driver skill before it becomes a lack of car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that downshift is really weird.
How
I
so?
mean, it makes me sound like a pro.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Those intakes are loud.
They are very loud.
That's awesome. It just sticks. Let's slow down before I run into an officer. Excuse me, do you know how fast you were going?
No idea.
Somewhere between M and M. I don't know how quick I was going, and obviously not as hard as or fast as possible, but
No.
it just stuck. It was like Velcro going through that corner.
Yeah, and as you get used to driving the car, you can get even better at it, right?
Oh, I believe it.
Because I know where to find the limit now, so I can just hang the end out just a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I've followed you on how many times Deerfoot to Stony, right? Yeah. I'm not at that comfort level yet, so we're just going to get a feel for it. But I definitely, at least, how do I say? Watching your taillights, which sounds bad. No, that's about accurate. That's pretty accurate. Watching taillights, the car just kind of disappears. Actually, I was mentioning it to Luba the other day. I was like, look, he's gone. She's like, what the f***?
Yes, if you're not taking corners fast in a M car, then you should probably trade it in for something else.
I can't get over the look of the new M2s. Like, I don't care what they do to it. Like, they could come out with a competition version and make it look 100% better, but it's still gonna look like hot garbage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it'll never look as classic as this. Like, I think this is gonna be one of those timeless looks for a very long time.
Yeah.
So if you had to sell this car for some reason, what would you get?
Well, that's easy. It would be a Porsche.
Yep.
That's the only logical place to go after this.
Like 911 Turbo or...
I don't know if I'd go with a 911 Turbo. I mean, that's I don't want to say that's luxury, because it's not, but it's not like a super nimble car like this.
It's almost too much of a car.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm looking really close at the Porsche Targa. For some reason, I don't know if maybe I'm just getting old, but the Porsche Targa, something about it.
I like the look of the Targa.
Me too. It kind of has that old classic look.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it's still 400 horsepower or something.
Yeah.
That's more than enough.
Well, yeah, and Porsches are typically light.
Yep.
And their 400 horsepower just is different than other, sort of like BMW, I guess. German ponies, as opposed to fat American ponies. Yeah. I don't know what's happening right now.
We're merging onto Deerfoot at 40 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, 40. We're going to merge into for everybody who doesn't know, we're merging onto a 100 kilometer an hour highway at 40. Welcome to Calgary drivers.
Yeah.
This is very safe. I recommend you do this.
Yeah, totally.
Not. We haven't sped up. We're doing 70 now. Oh, excellent. Should we get into an accident soon?
Now we're doing 70, yeah.
Seriously, I lost my train of thought. I don't know what's going on right now.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
This is ridiculous.
I need to get past these people.
Oh, of course you do. That's pretty easy, though.
Man, I don't even think they were doing 100.
Well, we were only doing 100, actually, so...
Yeah,
just
kilometers an hour. Yeah, see, we're just cruising at 100. We obey the speed limits. That's tripping me out.
Yeah, when you're not used to it.
Yeah. It has just enough lean, too.
Yep.
It sounds so good. Man. I think I said it the last video and I'm going to say it again today. I need an M car. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea.
What are you doing with your life?
I don't know. That clutch delay valve, I will never get used to it.
Yeah, I should probably have that removed if I'm going to go to the track.
I think so. All right. Thanks again for bringing your car. Appreciate it as always. Feel free to stay tuned. Let's see how it stacks up. Now it's time to rate the vehicle. The car will be graded on 5 specific categories and given a score from 1 to 10. Its final grading will be based off the combined total points at the end of the review. First up is performance. The performance of the vehicle will be rated based on power delivery, acceleration, based on the modifications, and tuning of the vehicle itself. Appearance is second. The appearance will be reviewed based on aesthetics and quality of the exterior modifications, whether eye-catching or obnoxious. Third up is handling. Everyone can go fast, but can it take a corner? Aside from power, handling is a very important aspect that shouldn't be overlooked. Fourth up is customization. A rating given to the vehicle based on its modifications, attention to detail, quality of the build itself, is it done properly or were corners cut? Last but not least, enjoyment. Is the car awful to drive, exhausting, simply amazing, or something in between? Alright, so let's get to it. For performance, I gave it a 9. Now, although the vehicle is nearly perfect, there's only one small little thing that I would maybe change. I feel that a vehicle of this size will always benefit and be perfect with around 500 to 550 wheel horsepower. Now, that being said, the power band is very linear, and the only real thing that I would maybe change is to have a little bit more mid-range. But you get that with a flash tune, and it's not a fault of the vehicle, it's a fault of not being able to actually flash the vehicle currently. So for now, it's just running off a JB4, which is essentially a plug-in piggyback. For appearance, I also gave it a 9. Now, although the vehicle is nearly perfect in every way, the only complaint that I would have is it not having a front lip. Now, it may not be everyone's taste, but for me, the vehicle is always completed aesthetically when it has a nice front lip. And in this case, a nice carbon one, when it has a rear carbon wing, would finish the package or round up the package nicely. Now for handling, I gave it a 10. Without a doubt, this is hands down the best handling vehicle I have driven, likely in my life. Without any question, this thing is absolutely a weapon when it comes to corners. You'll definitely run out of driver ability before you run out of vehicle ability. For customization, I gave it a 9. Now, again, it's almost exactly how I would end up building an M2 Competition, but there are a couple small little things that I would look to do differently. One of them being the charge pipes themselves, or the inlets going into the turbos. As they're still the factory units, I like to have all of the factory plastic pieces removed and aluminum aftermarket units used. Now, it's a very minor thing, and maybe it doesn't justify the 9 out of 10, but at the same token, there's a couple small little things that it could benefit from. Inlets, the charge pipes, front lip, and some small little details, but they're so small that it's not even worth mentioning. For enjoyment, I gave it a 10. Now, without a doubt, this is the most fun I've had in a BMW in a long time. It's small, it's practical, it's a 6-speed manual rear-wheel drive. You can't really complain about anything when it comes to this car itself. The only thing that I would maybe mention, which is easily fixed, is the clutch delay valve. Other than that, it's nearly a perfect vehicle. I would definitely not hesitate to take it on a long trip, drive it every day, or up and around a circuit. It's that good. Final grade, 47 out of 50. It's an absolutely fantastic vehicle if I hadn't said it enough already. Small little things that I would change, which maybe doesn't really bother a lot of people, but it's absolutely near perfect in so many ways. Thanks again to Travis for bringing us this vehicle and letting us review it today. What would you guys end up rating the vehicle? Feel free to let me know in the comments below. And as always, feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.